Meryl, thank you. Scattered showers this evening, then the temperature is set to drop. Alex, now live from Spring Green. A complete look at your forecast.
Eric, yes, we'll get to the forecast in just a bit. We're live here in Spring Green, Wisconsin, where local night is going on the other side of that wall. And I'm pointing here. I'm joined by a very special guest, my mom, Joni Harrington, because I want to talk about my local connection. This is my local community. I hope I don't get too choked up. I grew up in Arena, Wisconsin, and I was on this very stage at age 4 because something extraordinary happened at age 4. And my mom, Joni, is going to tell us what happened when I was 4.
Well, when Amory and Alex were quite young, between 4 and 5 years old, Alex was, I wanted to introduce you and Amory to the movie The Wizard of Oz. I hesitated because the tornado scene and other parts of the movie, I thought, maybe it's just they weren't quite the right age. But I decided we're going to do it. So we watched it. The movie was done. They didn't seem to be bothered by anything. They wanted to watch it again, so we did. Got the movie done. Alex, I want to watch it again. And again. I said, Alex, why do you want to watch that again? Let's take a break. I want to see the tornado again. And he's just was infatuated since then.
And then after that, we have a playroom where we have toys and plenty of them. But tell us what happened with the paper in that room.
Sure. So I started to purchase tornado books and weather books, and we would watch the news, the local news, and the weather. We'd watch the weather. Well, Alex had to watch the weather. As often as you could, you wanted to see the weather. Okay, so then he finally says to me, or asked me, Mom, can you buy me some paper? So I bought him a tablet of paper, and he would go into this playroom, sit at the table, draw a map of the United States, and it was we had good maps, Alex. And he would put on tornadoes and suns and lightning bolts and whatever he could think of, cold fronts, warm fronts. He'd continue to tear off the paper and do another one. Do the same thing, maybe just a little bit different with the images you put on. Tear it off and throw it on the floor. We had oodles of these maps all over the floor. And of course, that's the history of it all. But I have one regret, Alex.
What is it?
I didn't keep any of those maps.
That's because it was an everyday occurrence, wasn't it?
There were so many, just so many. But it was wonderful that he had such an interest in the weather.
And the rest is history, and my parents' support, the local community support. I can't thank you enough. So I love you, Mom.
I love you too.
Now I'm going to do what you raised me to do, what the community raised me to do at the time I have left, is the weather. All right, Eric said the forecast for this weekend, Ironman this weekend, 64 on Saturday, but a little bit warmer by the time we get to Sunday at 74 degrees. So just a touch warmer on Sunday, but pretty comfortable overall. Right here in Spring Green, again, local night just on the other side of that wall. It's a little too loud to be out there. Beautiful evening. Future track showing the shower and thunderstorm activity we had this morning pressing off well to the east. An isolated shower chance, not out of the question tonight. But after our cool weekend, it's brief. We flip right back up to temperatures in the 80s by the time we get into next week. Some places in southwestern Wisconsin could be even approaching near 90 degrees. And I had mentioned earlier in first weather, will we get rain? Unfortunately, we don't have any rain in the 7 to 10 day forecast. Look at this. Lots of suns out there. So we transition from our brief fall-like period to a very warm summer-like period and dry as well. Live from Spring Green, from the Guard Theater, where a lot of all of this began at age 4, Alex Harrington. We'll be right back.